Hey everybody, welcome to the crew. I'm Sealor Agenda, and this is a special that will be completely different than everything I usually do. This is a pretty crude vlog I put together of myself riding the Fox River Trail from Oswego to Algonquin in the Chicago suburbs, and back again, in a nice fall day. It's a very scenic ride, a very nice trail, and I thought I'd share it with you all. I hope you would enjoy it if you care to watch. Otherwise, videos will keep coming out on the regular schedule with no changes. Let me know if you'd like to see any more of this kind of thing. Sorry about the noise and probably about the vibration. This is highly experimental. Something entirely different today. We'll be riding as much of the Fox River Trail in northern Illinois as I can in the next 8 hours. 4 hours one way, 4 hours the other way. Yes, it's a shoddy trail that goes immediately onto public roads, but it's the best we got in this area. We're using a very not fit for purpose mountain bike. I don't have the trail memorized, so let's see how this goes. Right, that was the wrong turn. It's a very pleasant 45 degrees. Should warm up to about 60, so it's not really such a bad day for it. At least it's not raining. I'll get back to you when we get somewhere a little more scenic. We're going to try to do a little history tour as well, but that'll probably be mostly voiceover. I don't think I can do it while I'm riding. You really can't escape the trucks anywhere, can you? Even on a designated bike path that's nowhere near a road. Still truck. And it's slower than me for once. Now 37. It's about a 38-mile trail. There we go. There's the eponymous Fox River. Hopefully you can see it out the corner of your eye. Alright. Stand me up so I don't have a good look at what the GoPro does. Essentially, this trail runs about, what did I just say, 39, 38 miles along the side of the Fox River, which is absolutely critical to the development of this whole region.
passed for logging and trade by river barge occasionally. None of that anymore. There's a railway, which we're also paralleling off to the right a bit. And the river itself is heavily dammed now, for flood control purposes mainly. So it's not especially wild, but it's still got some fish in it. And truth be told, it's not all that polluted, so it's doing alright. Shallow river though, shallower than it looks from here. It's been raining the last few days, so I probably couldn't wade across it right now, but a lot of the time you can. Now this, I don't know if you can hear any of this, this is Boulder Hill, a relatively new build subdivision of Oswego. Technically independent. We're about to pass under, maybe this is around 30. And on towards the next real town, which is Montgomery. Well, Montgomery's not exactly large, but most of the towns we are. In general, as we head north, it gets more scenic and less populated. Except that after the first 10 miles or so, we hit Aurora, which is by far the largest town on this route. And I'm pretty sure the only one with an actual protected bike lane that's not this. This is all we're going to see in Montgomery. The town center proper is on the far side. I might be able to flash it for you as we go by, but because we gotta wait in this road too. Over there a ways. Don't know if you can see that or just trees, but there's some geese for you. You like geese? Alright, made it through Montgomery. Oh, there's the dam. You can probably see that. I'll keep filming until we get closer to it. We're going to be passing a lot of these today. At least a half dozen or maybe more. Pretty much every little town along the river has one. I think this is for flood control. Mile 35. We're making the right time so far. We pretty much set off at 10. It's really only been like 15 minutes. But sunset is at 6. If we're going to hit the whole trail, we got to be doing about 10 miles an hour consistently. So we'll see. There's some much better equipped bikers than me. For the record, I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt. I have no helmet. Nor does this bike fit me. It's significantly too small. There's the dam though. They're quite beautiful really. Not big dams. People fish off of them even though that's really not safe. about to get closer. Here's really the dam. I can't get that much closer, but there she is. Now, towards Aurora. I'll probably be back with you when the next town's in sight or anything else scenic. There's a fork here, and it looks like you can go either way. But this is, I'm pretty sure, pretty much the most complicated part of the trail from a navigational point of view as we come up towards Aurora. Branches several ways. We're going to go through downtown Aurora, though. I forget if we can get around it, but we will go through it. It's actually... You hear bad things from the old folks about Aurora, living in this area, but last time I went through, it seemed actually pretty scenic downtown, I think. We'll see how it is. This is a nice park. Obviously, it's not exactly wild, but it's nice. I assume the camera's still vibrating something terrible, but it's pretty much mounted as tight so I can get it with this mount. If it turns out when I'm editing that this is all like virtually unusable, then I'll get a different camera, or not a different camera, a different mount. Bridge. Some branch here. You guys saw that bird, but I'm only going to turn fast enough to get him in camera. There. Large bird there. Not a crane. Not totally sure. Some kind of hawk probably, but not bad birds. Go that way. Might have been easier. Check this trail map. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing here. Across the river we go. We do have to cross a couple times. Including one really spectacular descent, if I recall. We'll get to that a little later. There we are. I don't know if that sign was in shot, but we're on the proper trail now. assume this is unspeakably shaky, because it is for me too. But we're headed back across into the river. There's a lovely, I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see it, but there's a lovely old stone bridge right there. I think it's for the railway, yeah. We are paralleling the railway this whole way, at least as far as Aurora. It's just not usually in view, which is for the best. I don't know if any of you guys are train lovers, maybe we'll get a shot or two. I feel like I hear one, honestly, but could be crazy. There we are. You see that? That is downtown Aurora's sole and solitary skyscraper, such as it is. I'll keep the camera on while we head through downtown. The sound of screaming police sirens in the morning. It is a city. Not a huge one. In fact, I would barely count it as a city, but biggest town on this route by a long way. Actually, that's not entirely true. Elgin is just as big, if not even bigger. I'll have to check. I'm gonna try to put some kind of, I don't know, name, foundation date, population graphic on screen. But I don't know what exactly I'm gonna get. Oh yeah, the road's shoddiest bloody protected bike path, aka totally unprotected but technically existent bike path. Now it's protected-ish. Technically speaking, I have a green light. It's just a big question of whether people will respect that, but they did. So that's not so bad. Now here's into downtown. Let's see if I can remember the route through. It's probably going to be too loud to really hear me in here, but this might all be voiceover, but hell, you might not be able to hear anything I've been saying this whole time. It might all be voiceover. But anyway, downtown Aurora, this area not so much, but a little further on, has actually been pretty gentrified. I mean, all these river towns have a little bit of, you know, rust belt about them, but a lot of the river fronts are really getting revitalized in recent years, and Aurora seems to me to be doing better than most of them. I mean, this bike, just to have this bike path, if you're American, you know how rare that is. At least if you're American and from an area other than right here. I don't know. If you're an American and from an area other than like Seattle. I don't even know if Seattle actually has good bike paths. It's just the one area that popped to mind. And here it is. albeit poorly marked, but there's the sign. Goes down here by the river, and there's our one skyscraper right there. And there's the Aurora Dam right there. Now, Aurora actually has like a multi-layer, I don't know what all you can see of this. It's got like a canoe slip or something. And here's some trendy haunted house. Aurora has like a 3-tiered dam with some kind of canoe bypass. Very fancy compared to the average town around here. But there we go, we're through downtown. There's a lot of minor towns on the way. The next really substantive town is Elgin. And the only other really substantive town, I believe. Probably none of the others have populations over 30,000 or so. Although they're all old towns and have actual downtowns at least. I hope I'm not supposed to cross that bridge because that's real close. I think we're alright, yeah, probably. Look, as long as I stay paralleling the river, we're not too far off the trail. Despite the frequent lack of signage. Alright. Looks like we're probably clear, so I'll come back. Right, this here is the worst crossing on the entire route as far as I remember. Sorry folks, missed about a half hour. I think my GoPro battery not only died, but shook loose a little or something in its socket. We're now in beautiful, scenic downtown Batavia, Illinois, which actually is pretty beautiful and scenic, to be honest. I'm gonna take a little swing around here. Probably not supposed to take a bike on here, but whatever. We got this nice little peninsula structure to my right, and this inlet of the river. There's the old train depot. Oops, yeah, I'm definitely not supposed to be down here on the back. Here's your scenic view though. Ain't that nice? And now there's this nice, heavily populated, kind of winding, but flat section to head out of town. And it's Halloween. I'll show some. I'm not going to stop and take pictures, we're going to make time, but they're nice. We passed the 25-mile marker at about 11:20, by the way, so we are on track-ish. But we're inevitably going to slow down and have to stop more and more as we go, so I'm not too happy yet. beautiful day for it. I was a little worried on account of it's been chilly and rainy lately, but 11:30, it's up to 55 degrees and climbing, partly cloudy in a nice way. We're set to go for a while anyway. And we cross the river again. You can actually tell how not deep it is here because there's clear sticks and rocks sticking out of the river in places. It's probably a little deeper over here. 10 miles to Elgin, says the sign. So it's got lights on in broad daylight on the path. It's weird. I got a light, but not for right now, I don't. Tell you what, let's pull aside. You guys see that? I don't know what the story of it is, but it's really out of place here. I'm gonna stop here and have a granola bar, a little drink, and maybe I'll insert a nice voiceover about whatever the history of that windmill is. Well, that guy does that. I am looking for large capacity water bottles with me because I don't have a Camelback or anything, and I don't know if for sure of a good place to refill on the route, although there's one right here for instance, but I didn't know in advance. But we're good to go. And there's a truck on the road again. Why? Who knows? Towards the open window. We've really got to be there by like 1 or something if we're going to have a chance of making the whole trail. Now this is another town we're coming into. I believe this is Geneva. Probably home of the Geneva Convention or something like that. Or maybe just a smaller town of 20,000 people or so that nobody has ever heard of. Much like all the others, it does have a nice riverside park and a dam. Who could have seen that coming? Damn. Bike trail is pretty much shared with pedestrians throughout, which is not ideal. But it just about works. I actually don't know how everybody else is standing being so bundled up. guess that they're older than me, but I'm actually hot. It's not yet 60 degrees out, but I am, you know, I'm not a heat stroke or anything, but it's warm. Mile 22. We've got about 4 miles to make, the next 25 minutes to make it, which is not so bad. Oh boy. I'm gonna not talk to the camera when we do this picking. Oh, you know what's closed anyway. Alright. I'm using the sidewalk. Probably not legal, but apparently the road's closed, so I guess I should probably use the road, albeit maybe that's an extra reason. Really shouldn't stay on the sidewalk anyway there, it seems like. Alright, keep on rolling past Geneva. Just so you guys don't get the wrong idea for me mostly filming town segments, a lot of the trail is like this, in between the towns. Just this nice, not exactly cold nature, I mean this is the road up there, but pretty much nature-y, state park type stuff, you know? It's quite nice to ride. Overall, not the smoothest road surface, as you can probably tell. Alright. I think I recognize this part. It's one of the least comprehensible bits of this whole path. Good news is the road's closed, which will make it a bit easier. Normally, that's actually a nightmare to cross. There's no like car stop sign or anything, of course. So you just gotta find a gap in traffic, and that's a really busy road usually. But closed does make it easier. However, now, I'm guessing because they couldn't get, or didn't want to press eminent domain on land really close to the river, you gotta go straight up, away from the river. And away from the river is very much up. And this is about as far from the river as you get on the whole path, as far as I know. Which, to be fair, means they've done a pretty good job, but yeah, that's going to be a problem. However, I'm going to level with you. I've got hybrid tires on. I mean, this is a mountain bike, fundamentally. We will just, oh, geez. Okay, there's a lot of construction here, but yeah, we'll just go the hell around on grass if I have to. It looks to me like there's not really, there's no damn road surface. If I were on a pure road bike, this might be an issue. Okay, but it was very short, so honestly, no big problem. And we're beside the river again, so that's good. It's 11:50. We are entering St. Charles, Illinois. As I recall, this is one of the more all trail-like sections of the trail, to say the least. Namely, as you might be able to tell if you can make out that sign over there. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to make it to the other side of this street. God knows if this pedestrian thing even works. This one does. I guess I use this one first. They got a red light, so I'm gonna just do this. Alright, we're okay. Welcome to downtown St. Charles. Like most of these historic little downtowns, it's actually quite cute. Don't know if you can hear any of this, but this is the bike route, incidentally. As you can see from the signs, off to the right. It just happens to be totally unprotected, but and now we downshift this. Watch as I fail entirely to climb it. Son of a bitch. I count that as a success. Okay. Alright. God damn. Sorry. I mean, Odin, take you. Yeah, I'm not that in shape. But to the best of my knowledge, that's the second worst hill on the route. The first worst hill, I'm not going to be able to make it up. We won't go. We'll do our best. There might also be worse hills. I've only ever done this route up to Elgin. So we'll see. Back with you shortly. And now we leave the road. Thought they came back together, but they really don't. Down this way. At least there's a downhill to make up for the uphill. On your left. Damn pedestrians and their damn dogs. Oh well, oh well, oh well. Safety first. Share the path. And it's no longer paved. Yay. Alright, a little extra challenge. This is about noon. I'm not quite sure what our mileage is. I believe we're still okay. Maybe not superb, but okay. Mile marker 18, which means it's just past noon. We're about on track. 20 miles done. We've got 2 hours to do those last 18 miles, more or less. So we're doing all right. Bearing in mind, sunset is 6 p.m. and we're going both ways, so call about 1/4 of the way through right now. Right. Welcome to Fox River Bluff East. As its name implies, it's our worst nightmare. Especially as you can see, they could not be arsed to make an actual path up to it. So you just gotta ride on this technically 35 mile an hour, practically more like 50 mile an hour road up a steep hill to the bluff. Let's go. As far as I know, this is the biggest hill going this way, although, or at least the worst because of the traffic. It's actually much worse going the other way though. Once we get to the top, you'll see. Alright. Don't make fun of me too much. I never claimed to be in shape. It's about the biggest hill I've seen in the last year. This is a flat sort of area mostly. Here we are then. The nicest downhill on the route. Also the worst uphill coming back. Ready for this? I'm gonna blast down at top speed, and you'll see. Across the river. You didn't see that coming, did you? It has turned into a glorious day for it. The sun is out, but not blazing. It's about 60 degrees. And I don't know how far we are from Elgin. I said 2 miles to South Elgin, but Elgin proper is a couple miles beyond that, I think. Still, making good time yet. Didn't mean to chime back in so quickly, but this part I'm curious about. These railroad tracks, I've not seen a train on them. I don't know what service they belong to. If anybody knows, it's electric too. If anybody knows what that is, feel free to let me know in the comments. I don't really think it's Metro. There is Metro here. But first of all, that's not electric. And second of all, I don't think it's here, just in Elgin. Mile marker 15, 1-5. We are still making good time because it is 12:15. Got about an hour 45 to do those 15 miles by my reckoning. Which is very doable. Although there might be some slowdowns as we go through Elgin. And then beyond that, I don't really know the route exactly, so that might slow us down a little too. But for now, we're still on track. Yeah, maps here. Here, let me stop and show you property. Here, there's the old Elgin Rail Depot. I don't have to go in or anything, but some of that might be what was once on those tracks. I don't know. There are some tram-looking things and such that could be what was over there once. Alright, this here is South Elgin. Evidenced by another of the regular small dams along the river. Now we actually have to go over, I don't know if you can see any of that. There's bikers on the other side, and that's where we gotta go. Path switches sides. Which is dumb, especially as there's no bike lane on this bridge, really. We're going to use the sidewalk, although I don't think that's what you're supposed to do, but... I don't care. Probably where you're really supposed to be. No pedestrians at the moment, so we're going to go with this. The other side, but I'm going to... That guy's not going the right way. If this is the path he meant to be on. I think you were supposed to be on the other side, but I am going to take the liberty of just ruining this freshly manicured grass and carefully cruise my way down the path, then to the other side, and there we go. There's the dam. South Elgin, more or less complete. It's just a couple miles on to Elgin proper, which of course is the other major town of the trip. We're now paralleling the railroad as we head in towards Elgin. This might actually be an active railroad. I don't think the last one was. We're not too far from town now. It's 11:25. We just passed the 13-mile marker. So we've slowed down a little. But we're still making acceptable time. We should have this. As long as we're under 10 miles at 1300, we'll be alright. There is, for no reason whatsoever, a traffic circle on the bike path. Going into a tunnel and then another traffic circle. I have no idea what that's supposed to accomplish. I mean, the tunnel obviously, but why the traffic circle? And here's another one. I don't even know for sure which way the path is. I think it's this way. ways away from the river at the moment, but we'll be back with it shortly. Here we have a railroad crossing. Hopefully, make it across without getting hit by a train. Yay. But that is the indicator that we are entering the outskirts of Elgin proper. Not quite exactly in Elgin yet, at least not downtown, but we're coming up on it fast. There she is. You're about to see the towers ahead, and the old like steamship hotel restaurant. God, maybe it's a casino, don't remember. But there's Elgin. Be back with you shortly. So right here we have, I think it might be a fake steamship. It might be real. I'm pretty sure it's fake. But anyway, for whatever reason. Okay, I think there might be a train. Just a possibility that it's a train. Yeah, it's definitely a fake boat, sadly. Or at least I'm fairly certain. I'll look it up maybe. There's the train for you. Who are interested. Yeah. For whatever reason, we have to cut straight through. Straight through the ground, whatever that steamship is. I don't think that it's real. But I don't know what it's for either. Didn't see any obvious signage. Anyway, you're vibrating like crazy because of the bumps in the sidewalk, but I don't know how much of this footage is going to be any good. I think there's going to be a lot of vibration, sadly. And a lot of it. But I'll probably post it anyway. Maybe the internal stabilization of the GoPro is enough to account for some of it. But anyway, this is Elgin proper. This right here is officially as far as I've made it on this path. So we're now in unexplored territory. Uncharted waters, as it were. lovely little artificial looking island here. Maybe I'll take a little jump across onto it. It's probably a real island, but converted into a park. Lovely park, though. Very afraid either. Tell you what, you enjoy yourself some goose footage. I'm gonna eat another granola bar. This is a nature documentary now. Seeing this guy right here? He's just staring at us. Honking. I'm killed by a goose. I guess you'll never see this footage. Oh, he's coming for us. Hopefully he's in frame. Yep.
Alright. Ain't nothing like that. Good nature in our life. I'm a big motherfucker.
Yep.
Yeah.
That does about sum it up. To be fair, they haven't attacked me or anything, but geese are definitely a little territorial. Alright, let me just try to check the route ahead a little, and then we will get moving. Should be pretty in. There's a duck there too. Look at that. One of those, is that a mallard maybe? I used to know a little more about birds. fine. I'm not trying to taste it.
What we can do is, because we can make a big loop. Yeah. So we can work our way that way, and then we'll go across the bridge and then come back.
Lovely little parking they got in the middle here. Oh, and there's the dam. Look at that. Elgin's got a dam too. Not that shocking, I guess. To say the least. I've lost the path a bit. I don't know for sure. Oh, there we are. I see a sign for it. Right. I think it continues right across. There's no crossing here. Inconvenient. Yep. Well, this guy's 100% across the pedestrian crosswalk. Days. There we go. And that 40, complete illegal turn. I mean, brake turn on ready is normally legal, to be fair. But there were pretty clear signs stating not when pedestrians are present. He completely ignored that. Oh, well. Oh, those did come together. Alright, I'm just cool then. Almost landed into a bush for no reason. Alright, that's Elgin. Cleared. Onwards towards Algonquin. It is 12:55. I think we have under 10 miles to go. Although I haven't seen a mileage marker in quite a while. In fairness, there are just enough signs. Just as I was starting to think that maybe this was wrong, I saw one way up ahead here. So there's pretty much just enough signs to keep you on your way. Status report. It's just past 1300. I'm following one other bike through much less developed country now, although this house is on the other side of the river. Still haven't seen a mile marker in a while, although I'm confident this is the trail. We've definitely slowed down a bit, but I think we're still on track. Got about an hour to finish. Finish the first way. Mile marker 7. It is 13:05, and that means, although we've slowed down some, we are making excellent time. We got 55 minutes for 7 miles. We can do that all day. Lovely nature area here. I haven't seen a mile marker yet, but making our way along. Mile marker 6, but that's mile marker 5. Come on now. It's 13:15, which means we've done 2 miles in the last 10 minutes, which means we really should make it with time to spare. Not much, but with time to spare. This is the quaint little town of, I have no idea, but I'll certainly put it in voiceover. Hager, based on what I just saw in that building. Hager, Illinois. I've never heard of it in my life, to be honest with you. Looks like it might be a little more run down than average. Even for a Rust Belty kind of area. To be fair, this whole district is way past. I mean, this town might not be, but most of these were at their sort of Rust Belt nadir and like 30 years ago. But this whole area has grown enormously in the last 20 due to basically the Chicago suburbs pushing out to the point that these are now the Chicago suburbs. And as a result, these all now have Walmarts and Targets and McDonald's and also your fancier, more expensive places. Which means they actually have an economy at least now, to be fair. Frozen custard. I might go for some of that on the way back. It kind of looks closed, but how the hell? Dairy Queen, that's open. I'm not gonna stop now, but on the way back we might. We've earned it. not acres, it's done. My bad. Never heard of that either though, so it doesn't make much difference. Smokehouse in a old caboose or something? I think it is. Surprising number of those around this area. Alright, I'll report back later. Mile marker 3. I reckon it's maybe another mile after that down into Algonquin proper, which we'll probably do. Depending if there's a good route. And then obviously it's back the whole way we came. The time is 1328 or so we're well on track. Probably 15 minutes to spare, which is good because we got to stop and eat lunch. Almost there, folks, almost there. Haven't seen 2 miles yet, although the signposts are not that consistent, or I miss a lot of them. But look at this bit, straight as an arrow through this nice forest. I feel like I've done a lot of complaining about bits that aren't perfect today, but just to be clear, absolutely splendid bike path. Definitely the best that I've seen in this area. The vast majority of it is just lovely. Lovely nature. Reasonably well graded. Only a few areas where you really have to deal with cars. By American standards, pretty outstanding, I would say. There's mile 2. That took about another 5 minutes, so we're not gonna have a lot of time to spare, but 15 minutes or so. We'll see. Mile marker 1. You can almost taste it. Although, probably about 2 to downtown Algonquin. I'm a level with you. Status report. Currently, whether we go into downtown or not is kind of dependent on whether, when I stop to eat lunch, I can find out if there's McDonald's in downtown Algonquin or not, because I need something salty to replenish my electrolytes. At least I think that's what that does. But we're pretty much there. One more. You know what? I'll just keep recording for the last mile here. fucking zero. You see that, folks? Zero. It's a little under construction, to be honest with you. The time is 1344. So we made it with 15 minutes to spare. Tell you what, it's 0.8 miles down into Algonquin proper. So we're gonna do it. And I will report back shortly. And once again is the river. It does feel like the more appropriate endpoint, really. Okay, and that is one way on the Fox River Trail. I gotta make it back the other way. I'm gonna film some of that, but not as much as I did on the way here. Obviously, it's all repeats of what we saw on the way here. I'll just give updates on whether I'm making it back before sunset or not. For now, I'm gonna have some lunch and see y'all soon. All right, time is 1410. We are at 2.5 bottles of water and 2 granola bars remaining. And it's about 40 miles back. And we got about 3 hours, 50 minutes. So, I'll update you in about an hour. And back up, there we go. 38.4 miles to Oswego. Well, folks, I couldn't resist. I think we've earned it. 1 lemon lime misty freeze for us. Yeah, it's 1445. We've got, I don't know, 34 miles or something to go, so we're cutting it a little tight, but we can go a little after sunset if we really need to. This is worth it. This is worth it. 100 time to get rolling. Just like to highlight that one of the most prominent shops in town is the Liquor, Live Bait, Tackle, and Lotto shop still. But yeah, we gotta make good time from here on out, so I'll get back to you. Back to Elgin. Not totally sure about the mileage, but 50 miles to 25. Haven't seen a mile time in a while, probably not until we get out of town. Hopefully, we're well on the way though. I think we're making enough time. We'll see. This is a busy railway. It's like the third train I've heard come through town just while I was cycling through it. 13. It's 15:40. Trains about 26 miles to go. We're something like 10 minutes behind, but gaining slightly. We were 15 behind before, so just keep pushing. Wish me luck. This is the worst hill on the route. Fucking made it. Little water bag. It's past mile marker 18. 20 miles and a bit to go. Almost 3/4 of the way through the total trip. It's 1610, so we're about 10 minutes behind. Past mile 20. It's been a slow 2 miles through St. Charles. At this point, 18 to go. We're 1625. Probably, what, 10-15 minutes behind still, again. Hopefully, we're past that slow period and we can make up some ground again here. It's 15:05. I just passed a mile marker that was partially blacked out, actually, for, I don't know, graffiti, probably, for some reason. I think it was 27. Alright. Sorry about that. Battery died on me for good with about an hour to go. So you did miss the dramatic finale. The net result is we didn't make it here by 6, but we were here at 6:05, and actual sundown, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but sunset, strictly speaking, 6:08. So as far as I'm concerned, we made it before sunset. Whew. And yeah, many parts of me hurt, but we made it. Total distance for the day, hold on, let me check my Strava. Total distance for the day, maybe I'll screenshot this and put it at the end of the video, but 129.44 kilometers, which is miles. 80.43 miles. So just over 80 miles. That's definitely my personal best. And considering the bike I achieved it on, I'm pretty happy with it. So thank you anybody who watched this far. Hope you're enjoying the couple doing their wedding photos down there. Hope some of you get to enjoy the trail yourselves someday. And I hope you all have a great day. This is Sea Lord Jenda, signing off.